So there we go, we've got the water going in. I'm just doing this in terms of putting the water in, just to get an idea on how the shape will take. You know, hopefully the folds will be alright as they are. I have used some primer to seal the folds together, but I just want to put in some water in to try and shape the pond out, and hopefully it'll be alright. So as we're just going to wait for that to fill up. Hello everyone, so while I'm waiting for the pond to fill up, I thought I'd show you the pump that I've got. So this is the third one I've bought. I've got one in the small pond by the wall. I'm going to have one off the skimmer and one off the bottom drain. So I thought I'd talk about it a little bit. So it's a pond and waterfall pump, high volume multi-purpose pump, and it's designated as an eco pump, and it's made by Jaybo. So from what I remember and recall, it's a 22 watt. Yeah, here we go. They put a little sticker on there to tell you which version it is, because they do three. They do a 2500 model, 3500 model, and 5500 model, and this is the 5500 model, and it does 22 watts. If you're interested in the 3500, that does 14 watts, and the 2500 very low wattage at 10 watts. So this is the 22 watt version I've got, and I thought I'd just do a quick unboxing so you guys can get an idea of what's included. As with all these, they don't come with plugs. UK law says you have to attach the plug yourself, basically, because they're not allowed to send one with it. So obviously it has live, neutral and earth plug attachments there. I think it's a 5 metre long lead, which is really good. If you've got in-ground ponds, a long lead is what you want. So if you're after a long lead, get one of these. Here's the pump itself. So the pump has a cage area here and a restrictor knob. It doesn't actually restrict the flow in terms of its output, in terms of its wattage, but it does restrict its flow in terms of what comes out if you keep the cage on. So it has 4 rubber feet that are on here. Obviously you can take the rubber feet off and screw it in somewhere. There's a cage, and you can obviously mount that so the impeller pulls from a pipe, and then the top bit here you obviously have various attachments to attach it. So basically the impeller here pulls the water, and the top bit here is where it gets pushed. And it comes with quite a few attachments. Just have a look at the attachments included. So basically you get a hose tail small attachment, which probably will fit probably up to a I think maybe 25mm. And then you've got the bigger attachments for this will attach to 32mm, some thinner pipe that might be 15mm, and you get some rubber attachments as well. Rubber washers. So the rubber washers are really important because it gives you a seal. So you've got the big rubber attachment, the bigger washer there. Would just attach. In my case, it's going to be the larger 32mm PVC pipe I've got. So essentially, you want to put your washer in there. Put your washer in there, guys, and then you just slot that through. providing it fits. Put that through like so. Washer in there to give you a seal, and then you just screw that on the top like so. And you get a bit of pipe. I think I've got a piece of pipe here, and then we just slot that over the top, and it's a nice, really tight, snug attachment there. So essentially what I'm going to end up doing is getting an adapted 1-inch thread, because that screw there, the screw on head is 1 inch to probably 1 1/4 inch. I thought I'd just show you and demonstrate on this one, because I've got that on really tight. So again, as I said, this is a 1 inch to 1 1/4 inch adapter with threads. It's female to female, so I've screwed it on there, and this piece of pipe on the end of this has a 1 1/4 inch hose tail that will screw directly in there, as you can see, directly on there, and then I'll have my flexible pipe on there and attach it to wherever it needs to go. So that's one of these pond waterfall pump J-Bows, and that will do the job of pushing water to my filter box. But I just wanted to show you these J-Bow filters, sorry, pumps. Hi guys, I thought I'd just show you the pipe work to the rear. I'm actually just filling the pond up just to see how it's looking. But I've come across a problem, a major problem. If you go back to one of my older videos where I was installing this pipe, you may have seen me resort to some drastic tactics to try and get this pipework attached, and unfortunately I've got a major problem, absolute major problem. So I just want to show you guys. You probably won't be able to see because obviously it's really tight behind here, but I've got a leak in the pipework here. I can feel it. So if I go over here, I think I've got the same as well. If you can see, I've got water dripping down. Again, water on my hand, leaking, and again leaking. So this is a problem, serious problem. I'm going to have to somehow fix this, which means removing it, unfortunately. I've got no choice. So yeah, a bit of a bummer that. Major problem here. I'm going to have to get some new pipe and redo this, unfortunately. Which means I'm going to have to sand the pipe down as well. I've got water spilling out of the ear, but that's to be expected because of the pressure. But yeah, major problems. Major problems. So guys, yeah, bit of a problem that. Don't know how I'm going to solve it really. Just means I'm going to have to sand that down and replace it. There's nothing more I can really do, and I'm sort of at lost what to say really. yeah, bit of a problem that. There you go, things happen I suppose. So I'll leave it there today. Tell you what, this pond is becoming a nightmare, I really think that. Get to a point where you think, oh, is it worth it? Is it worth, you know, should I just rip it out and get rid of it? I sometimes think that. Anyway, see you in the next one. Bye bye. So I think I need to explain a little regarding the pipework outside the pond. I was using some old pipe cement. I didn't give myself enough time, and literally as soon as I put it on, the pipework was literally fusing together instantly. And I'll put a link in the description box if you want to have a look at the video where I literally went mental, and I ended up trying to use a sledgehammer to try and knock it into place. But clearly I haven't got a very good bond, and it's not even on that properly, if I'm honest with you. It seems to be off at an angle and it ain't on properly. So what I'm going to have to do is reluctantly remove it somehow, but there isn't a lot of play with that pipe that I put on originally. So yeah, there's not much I can really do about it really now. Obviously I've tried filling the pond up, and unfortunately sometimes you don't know if you've got a leak until you've filled your pond up. So this is hopefully a message to people of what not to do. Test your pipes to make sure they don't leak. But to be honest with you, I did run a pump through it, and I did test it, and I didn't detect any leaks, but that wasn't under pressure. So obviously there's been a bit of pressure when I put the water in, and I've got a major leak outside the pond, and there's nothing I can really do about it. In regards, I've just got to remove it and start again. But you know, major mistake. So I thought I'd just talk to you about it, tell you what happened. Back to square one, I guess.